Okay, listen. I apologize. I haven't made a video in a while. But you know what? It's not me. It's not a me thing. I promise you it's not a me thing. It's this horrible build to WrestleMania 41.
I just don't give a fuck.
I'm sorry. They're doing a horrible job at getting me interested and invested in anything that's going on in WWE. Hell, I'm even looking at websites and whatnot, and I'm not even seeing news or anything, no rumors, nothing about this WrestleMania build is entering. Entering? Did I say entering? Hold on, wait, before I move on. Did I say entering? Interesting. Wiser, get it together. But I'm going to go match by match. I'm going to include matches that are not on here, and I'm going to include a random possible. Listen, let me get the cat out of the bag. Let me get something out of the way extremely early. That triple threat match that people are not happy about, and before, like after the Royal Rumble, it was something that I said that they should do. And since then, they're just not. They've managed to make me go back on something that I wanted to see. I don't know how they do that. Something that I predicted would happen, they managed to make me go back and say, you know what? Probably not a good idea. So you know what we're going to do? Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to help Triple H out with this one. Because look, in my mind, I want to say that Triple H is handcuffed by TKO with how the booking and the managing of WWE is going. All right, that's a lie. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw him a bone. I'm going to throw him a bone. I'm going to give everybody what they want. Everybody what they want. They want stakes on this match. And you know the stakes that I'm going to put on this match? Here's what I would do to get everybody or anybody invested in this match. On SmackDown, I'm going to have these three in the ring. And I'm going to have Punk just look to Heyman and say, hey, here's what my favor is. The winner of this match is going to main event night one by joining Gunther and Jey Uso. There you go. So now it's not Punk saying, hey, put me in the main event. It's, hey, Heyman, I need you to pull a string with Rocky over there. Make this match a match with stakes in which we could put the winner of this match in. Now, who gets upset with that? Jey Uso. But hey, Jey, your bloodline, just do it. Just do me this one solid, dog. Do me this one solid. Just do me the one solid. And I will go with that. That way, it could now, you know what? I wouldn't even do it on SmackDown. Here's what I would do. I would have CM Punk just start appearing around Gunther and Jey and just doing little smirks and smiles or whatever, just smirks and smiles. And you want to, like, why does he keep appearing around these dudes? What does he have to do with these dudes? You know, and then the SmackDown before WrestleMania, you have Paul Heyman announce that he got in touch with The Rock to make this thing a thing, and then it becomes a thing. That way you stay out of the way of Cody and John Cena, and then you bring some sort of intrigue to this Jey Uso and Goon match, and you keep Jey Uso and Goon in the main event of night one, and you make it so that people would actually care about seeing it. Because why not? You have Goon, Jey, and the prospect of Roman Reigns stopping Jey Uso. Hey, look at that. That's my Bluetooth speaker. But you have June. Now it's June. Jesus Christ, Wiser. We have Goon and Jey with the prospect of Roman Reigns stopping Jey from getting his title. And the story you could tell between Roman and Jey is already written in stone. It's already on the tablets. Then you could have the stare off between Roman and Goon. Why not? Seth, you have the friendship between Seth and Jey. That story is already there. You also have a stare off that you could have with Seth Rollins and Goon, something that they should do down the line. Maybe not even too far down the line, but down the line nonetheless. And then we have CM Punk This is his story. Boom. There we go. Did I fix it? Tell me. Did I fix the match? Did I fix it? Does everybody win? Is everybody happy now? Is this going to no, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. I digress. Let's move along because this WrestleMania card sucks, and I'm not going to try to fix all of it. I'm just going to fix that particular match. What in the world is happening with Io Sky, Bianca Belair, and Rhea Ripley? Whoa. They're trying their best to make this a triple threat match because Rhea Bloody Ripley, right? And if she isn't a part of it, then what else would she have to do with it? Quite honestly, what they're going to do on Monday, I would kind of do a reverse. I probably would have did a reverse and had Rhea be the guest referee for Bianca and Io. I probably would have went in that direction, but they probably got something set up for Jade and Bianca at Mania where to get a little interference there or something. Maybe that happens. I don't know. But how do we get to this triple threat that they so badly want to throw down our throats? Here's what's going to happen on Monday. Bianca Belair is the special guest referee in the Io Sky versus Rhea Ripley match. You got to have Rhea win the title. She can win the title. It's perfectly fine because Io has already signed her name to be in the WrestleMania match. You can't retcon that. It's already there. She's already signed her name. We've seen it. So how do we get Rhea in there? She has to be the champ, and Bianca has to reluctantly count the 3. Now, they can continue their build from there on. How do they go about doing it? They're going to have a few more, probably about 3 more weeks to go. Look, that's on them. I'm not trying to book. I'm not booking the show until Mania. They got to figure that out. Maybe I should. But you know what? Maybe I should book this thing out from here on out. I don't get paid enough for that. Moving along. Let's go with the perceived Gunther versus Jey Uso. Do we give a single one? I don't know how they managed to make my guy Goon into such a nothing. This dude is such a nothing, yo. How did they do this to my guy Goon? How did they do this to my guy Goon? And I hear in the comments already, man, Goon sucks, man. Why you fuck with Gunther? That's my guy. That's my guy. I remember back in 2017, I believe it was, when people started sending me videos of Gunther versus Jordan Devlin out there in the Euros or wherever they was wrestling. Yo, man, you got to check this guy out. Yo, he be folding people. You know, when I see him, the first thing I see is him chop the blood vessels off. I'm like, God. Then I see that match and I'm like, God. And then he pulls up to NXT to challenge Pete Dunne, and I'm like, God. And then he fucks him in the ass, and I'm like, God. And then he just proceeds to fuck everybody in the Gaper, including Ivan Drago. What's his name? Dragunov. Ivan Drago. Ilya Dragunov in the spectacular match. That match alone put both of them on the map. And if you haven't seen it and you're still wondering why people still believe in Goon, go watch that match. Walter was Walter. You know what? That's what the problem is. That right there is what the problem is. We don't have Walter. We have Goon. Go back and watch that match and you'll understand why people are still high on Goon. But God damn it, if we're not losing faith, especially in this match, because we got Jey Uso, who... WWE, I'm not blaming WWE for this. I'm not blaming WWE for this bullshit. Y'all eat it. All of y'all. I'm pointing at every single one of you last sons of bitches. You right there, you listening to this, you eat it. Your hands went up and down while you was in a chair. While you was in bed, laying down, on your back, with your legs open. You was yeeting. I saw you. I didn't see you. But you had your shirt on with the belly up a little bit, so your belly button was exposed, and you was yeeting. This is your fault. All of you yeeting. You in the crowd, you're yeeting. Everybody yeeting. And then when the match starts, it's just yeet, yeet, And what does WWE do? They say, oh man, that's over. Give him a title shot. What? No, it's not. You reap what you sow. And you know what happened? Me, from the beginning, is like, hey, yeah, might want to slow down on this. People gonna get the wrong impression. And what did the people do? They got the wrong impression. Why? Because WWE knows how to make their fans into sheep. They know how to do it without a shadow of a doubt. And so we have a match that nobody even wants to see. At this point, they could put that on the Raw before Mania. I mean, and then we got people that is blaming this on Goon. They're saying Jey is carrying Goon. And I'm like, wait, what? This is the cope? Is this the last straws that y'all Jey fans got? Don't get me wrong. I have no problem with Jey as a tag team guy, but he's clearly not fit for this position. Let's suppose that Jey wins. What next? See, we had the same problem with Cody that I called out last year. Cody wins. Then what? Then we got a whole year of nothing. So, all right, cool. Jey wins. And Triple H loves his long title runs. I mean, look at everybody. Jey wins. Then what? Tell me. You right there. Tell me. What happens next? God, it's deja vu. It's deja vu. However, if you use that triple threat and you put the winner of that into this, then I'm a little intrigued. I still don't want Jey winning because then what next? But I digress and I move along. Charlotte Flair and Tiffany Stratton. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Like, this is a nothing burger if I've ever seen one. Like, there's nothing here. Are they going to have a good match? Likely. Very likely. The problem here is the build. It's nothing to get anyone invested in. Tiffany clearly isn't up to Charlotte's level when it comes to bringing her into the bargain to the table as Charlotte is. And Charlotte exposed that on that microphone, didn't she? Absolutely blitzed her, and she had nothing for her. Every week, she's standing tall over Tiffany. And you know what? Maybe that's what the story is. Is Tiffany, your champion, good enough to go against Charlotte at WrestleMania? Like, is that what is the story I don't want to story to death, but let me change the word story to what are they giving us?
It's just what do we get? What do we get? What do we get? What do we get?
What are they giving us to get invested in this match?
You get nothing!
Oh, shit, you got me. All right, well, let's move along to the next. We got Randy Orton and Kevin Owens. Dead ass show. Hey, you right there. You, the one that's sitting Indian style or the one that's sitting there with no socks on. Tell me. Randy Orton and Kevin Owens, you give a fuck?
I just don't give a fuck!
I'm cursing. YouTube's going to demonetize me. Leave me a super thanks. Because YouTube's not going to pay me for this one. I cuss too much. Do you care about this? What? Okay. Kevin Owens package power drive Randy Orton. So yeah, I get a WrestleMania match. Fuck off with this shit, bro. Like, it's just lame. It's lazy. Lazy and last minute. Well, we'll just build it, going into WrestleMania. Let's set up the matches a few weeks before Mania, and then we could start the. You know what happened last year at WrestleMania, before WrestleMania, the build up to WrestleMania? We got
nothing.
The Rock smacking Jesus out of Cody. The Rock smacked Black out of Cody Rhodes. And you want to know what date that was? I looked it up. I looked up the date because I'm like, when did they start building for WrestleMania 40 in comparison to when did they start building for WrestleMania 41? WrestleMania 41, they started building, let's say they really started getting invested in trying to push the matches at Elimination Chamber. Granted, we got our main title contenders at Royal Rumble, but they really started telling us who was going to be getting in matches at Elimination Chamber. Elimination Chamber was earlier this month. Cool. Got it. Signed, sealed, and delivered. When did we get Roman, CM Punks, and Rollins? And when did we get Orton and Owens? Last week. All right. When did we get Io, Bianca, and Rhea? Still yet to be determined. Goon and Jay, we know when we got that. Cody and Cena, we know when we got that. Tiffany and Charlotte. When did we get that? A few weeks after the Rumble? All right, cool, great. Here's the problem. Last year, WrestleMania 40, they started building shit February 8th. February 8th. And then they build, and they build, and they build, and they had The Rock beat Cody with a belt, bloody him up, throw him into, like, in the rain in Chicago. We still have yet to have a single moment where anybody is getting physical outside of Goon making love to Jay from the back. Like, why aren't we okay, all right, Tiffany Stratton missing. We haven't even really gotten physicality out of Tiffany Stratton and Charlotte. Why do I say that? Yeah, they got it. Because Tiffany can't land her shit. All right, I take it back. We get a bunch of pull-apart brawls. There you go. You get a bunch of pull-apart balls. But do we get it with Cody and Cena? I mean, they don't even talk to each other. For real. Speaking of Cody versus Cena, are they ever going to talk to each other? I mean, Cody's talking to Cena, but Cena ain't saying shit to the dude. Not at all. Does Cena even want to wrestle Cody? Does Cena have a problem with Cody, or was this just business, kid? Like, what's the gimmick here? What's the story? Look, they have given us. What do we get? What do we get? You know what we get.
You get nothing.
You know what we get. At some point, they got to turn up on this because we've got nothing. Nothing. Now, what could they do to get us invested in this match? Because right now, it's not clicking. At some point, maybe you have Cody Rhodes show up on set where John Cena is with the Peacemaker thing or whatever they're doing with the Peacemaker, whoever the Peacemaker is. You have Cody pull up and throw hands because he's tired of Cena bullshitting around. Like, you got to give us something with the physicals, and it can't always be on Raw or SmackDown. You could show us it on Raw or SmackDown, but go make waves so that it hits social media before we even get to Raw or SmackDown, and then show it on Raw or SmackDown, and then you show somebody pulling up in a Range Rover or some shit. Give me something here. Please. It's WrestleMania season, and I just don't give a fuck. Give me something. Give me what I want. Shit. What do we get?
Nothing.
Let's look at some maybe. Well, before we go to let's go to a rumored match with AJ and Logan Paul. I don't give a. Listen, I don't care. You don't either. You don't care. Even the WWE apologists, you don't care either. Stop lying. Stop. It's because of your lying that they're able to get away with bullshit like this fucking buildup for this card. It's trash. It's trash. Am I crashing out? Wait, I think I'm doing it again. I think I'm crashing out. This shit is trash. All right, moving along. Let's go to a couple of maybes. Look, you got 1, 2, 3. I got notes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You got 7 titles that are unaccounted for Mania. 7 titles that are unaccounted for. Well, let's go over them. LA Knight, does he have a match? Does he have contenders? What are we doing with LA Knight? It's the people that are around him, that are orbiting him, that have stories amongst themselves. LA Knight has nothing. Got nothing. Lyra Valkyria, she's a block of ice, and it's booking's fault because the woman can wrestle her ass off and nobody cares because they've given her nothing. They need to give her a heater. And by a heater, I don't mean somebody to get heat on her. I mean, like, they might need to attach her to the Alpha Academy. They might have to. They might have to attach her to Maxine Dupree. You keep Maxine sympathetic. You keep Lyra in a position of protecting her. Maxine's lovable. Lyra should get some sort of reaction because she's going to always protect her. People can get behind that. It works. Give us some vignettes of them do the shit that they're doing with the girl. What's her name? Zara and Sol Ruka at NXT. What the heck, Sean? Can we get whoever's booking NXT and helping build these characters? Can we get them on the main roster, please? Please, like, just show us that these people are regular people that have outside lives so that we can relate to them, or so that we can get behind them based off of just us seeing them doing regular shit. All we know about Lyra is, I mean, Lyra's cool as a wrestler. Like, she got wings and she goes, woo. And then, like, you know what I mean? Like that. How are we supposed to relate to that? We don't know this bitch. What we know about Lyra? What we know? By the way, Chelsea Green is a gem. She gets it. The woman don't got no match because she ain't got nobody. She ain't got no competitors. Nothing there. I like the little faction of the Secret Service with the American. They are doing wonders for the belt as a gimmick, but they have nothing to sink their teeth into. WWE, goddamn it, got it wrong again. Street Profits as a tag team champions, they're probably going to get a clusterfuck match. Do we care? I love the Street Profits. You love the Street Profits too. You like the Street Profits. You're a fan of the Street Profits. If we get a clusterfuck match, do we care? The reason we don't care is because the other people that do we give up? Single Deadly, what's their names? Living Deadly, what's their names? The Deadly people. That's not Deadly. Pretty Deadly. That's who they ever beat.
It doesn't matter.
They're trash. Like, there's nothing for us to get behind with them. Like the look, no. The vibes, no. Like, no. DIY, Jesus Christ, why are they so ass? We seen them in the NXT, and it's not like they're doing the same thing, but it's just ass on the main roster for some reason. It's that they have no charisma. None. They ooze no charisma. And it's weird because, like, shit works for them in NXT. And maybe it's a crowd thing. I don't know. And who else is there? Oh God, the Spanish dudes who are great. Absolutely great. I would put them in a best of 7 series with the Street Profits. I would do that. As a matter of fact, I would do the match that they had on Raw. I would have put that on WrestleMania as a standalone match. Give me that match right there. That's all you need. It's all you need. I would give them a best 2 out of 3 falls match at Mania. F it. Motor City Machine Guns, bruh. They're not developing character. They're not developing characters. You know what? Let's move along from there. I'm spending too much time on some shit that don't even matter. War Raiders tag team titles match. I'm guessing that they're going to get New Day. But they've done such a bad job at building New Day after they split from Big E, and nobody cares anymore. If they were smart, I would have had New Day beat Judgment Day as baby faces, then turn on Big E, and then have everybody be pissed off with them, trying to get the titles off of them. They can't. And then you set up them with War Raiders because you'll be building War Raiders up alongside of them, trying to get them over, trying to get them wins, and then have those 2 teams go against each other at WrestleMania. But how does WWE see it? Let's do it in reverse. Let's put the title on War Raiders. Cold as ice. Why? Well, because
Nothing.
moving along. Am I missing anybody? Braun Breaker, they're going to give him a clusterfuck match. He deserves better, and I'm going to give Braun Breaker a video. It's going to be coming out pretty soon. If not today, definitely yesterday. You know what? Definitely yesterday, if not today. If not today, then definitely tomorrow. If you're a channel member, you will see that video early. By the way, become a channel member. You can become a part of the crash outs. I have a join button down below under the video, or you can click on the link in the description. It's $4.99 a month. You get access to seeing videos early, and you'll see videos that I will not bring out to the public. They will stay as membership exclusive videos. Yeah, I'm moving on from that. And then we have the women's tag team titles. No match. How, after the year that Liv has had, how do we have nothing for Liv and Raquel? Absolutely nothing. Drop a like on the video. Subscribe if you're new. Share this with other fellow people that just are pissed off with this WrestleMania build. Look, I tried. I can't help this card. I can't. They know what they did.
Nothing!
Here's 2 videos for you to check out on your way before you're gone.